okay. So today we have a special extra treat. Instead of a guitar, we have a bass guitar. Now, for those of you who are just starting out, you may not know that there are basically two types of bass guitar. One is the precision or P bass, and one is the jazz or J bass. And what makes it more jazz is mostly the smaller neck. So if you have smaller hands, you might have more difficulty with the P bass. So when I first bought the P bass and tried to teach myself the bass, I found it difficult, but I had the little Squier starter pack, so I already had an amp and a cord and a strap or whatever. And so then I sold that one and bought the jazz bass or J bass. And now the pickups might look slightly different, and it had a much cooler pick guard and a sunburst kind of thing. And it's a Squier, not a whatever. It doesn't have like that big metal hunkin' thing here that some of them will have, but it has tone knobs and a volume, and it has the exhaust port here on the front, same as like a Jazzmaster or whatever, instead of down here like a Telecaster. And it has, the strings go all the way to the back here instead of through the body or whatever. A lot of times, I guess guys will play with a pick, but I think I tend to kind of try and rest my thumb. See, if you put it here, you can't do anything, but if you rest your thumb kind of here, you can kind of make noise like that. And I'm not going to plug it in and make noise with the amplifier because this microphone doesn't record amplified sound as well as I would like. They give you a little bit of pretty swirly turtle shell, more on the Squier pick guards than the Fender pick guards, but it doesn't really affect anything. And of course, this has the satin finish because I got it quite a while ago. I don't know if you can still get it with this kind of nice, smooth, easy to play neck instead of all that gloppy lacquer that they put on everything now. And they get big old tuning pegs, and these strings are probably 15 years old, but sounds like a bass, right? Yeah. It kind of helps if you play it correctly, but since I'm just kind of showing it off for the camera, I'm not really paying much attention to that. Anyway, like I said, but you can see where the neck here is a little narrower and easier to reach and nice and smooth, and the back of the thing has these kind of metal things going on, and the front of the thing has these kind of metal things going on. And so there might be different pickups on different models and blah 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 and blah blah blah. But if you're just plunking along or trying to learn or doing a thing, you might want to try each style and see which one, or one of each in case you think they sound that much different or something. Don't know. And this one doesn't have terrible, painful fret wire ends. That's a lot of times you need to get those kind of looked at. And it has very big strings, unlike a guitar where the strings are much smaller. But you get used to it once you stop screwing around and actually try to play some scales or something. And that's about all I have to say about the jazz bass, unless there's some mystery that needs to be explored. All right.